In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to bring or create this combo box and how to choose a report name in order to create that report view in Microsoft Access reports. So if you're interested, then let's get started. Let's go to design mode. In fact, we can close this because we are going to make a report, so we don't need to refer to this. Let's go to uh, the main canvas of Microsoft Access. Right here, we see the queries, tables, and of course, we're going to use the one of the table at the moment because we are going to make the products report. So basically, we want to have all the products and its related information to be printed on to the report. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we can use this table, or we can make a query. Now, why do we need a query? There's only one reason that we need query for, and that is the supplier ID. Now, the supplier ID is 3. Now, if we can present it on the report, it may not be user friendly. Actually, it's not user friendly at all. So it should be instead the supplier name. For that reason only, we should create a query. So how do we create a query? Let's go to create tab and we go to query design and we get the query designer. We get the tables products and we get the tables supplier. And now let's fetch all the basically all this information, and let's bring it here, and now we'll have the supplier name as well. There you go. So this query now, instead of supplier ID, we have the query as well. Let's save the query and we will call it products queue. All right, now we will use this query to create a report. So to create a report, similarly like we did with the query, and we create form, and we always go to create tab in the ribbon. So I click on create and we go to the report design. Now, similar to tables or the queries or forms, we have a bunch of options for the reports as well. We can create a report using wizard. We can create a blank report, or we can design the report from our own scratch. So let's click on it because we want to design the report properly. And the idea is that we bring the information and we present it onto the report. Now it will be easier for us to just simply present the way it is. So for example, if we'll go to the products queue query, we can see that we have information like the product name, the category, the cost, the price, the reorder level, supply name. So we want to bring that information onto the report. So let's first of all go ahead and map this report to a data, and the record source would be the name of the query we have just created. You can either use the name of the query, or you can really use the query builder, and you can build the query using the SQL statement as well. We are going to use the record source, and directly we are going to choose the products queue, and we are going to bring the fields onto this report. So we'll double click and we will get all the fields that we want. Now, the good thing with the reports is that we can set up the way that we wish to do so. So if, for example, if I go here and I select the color should be black, the font color, and now what we need to do is we need to change this drop down into a text box. So right click on it, change to text box. So there you have it, you got the text box. Now, the next question is, we have all the fields. How do we present this information onto the report? Well, we can simply make the report looks exactly the same way, but then what's the use of this? We want to have some sort of grouping done. And for example, we can group the product or categorize based on the category. So we want to see the personal care product first, and then home essentials, then grocery, then apparel, then electronics. So we want to have this categorization done based on these categories. So to do that, we need to create the grouping. So how do we create a grouping? So multiple ways. You can either click anywhere in the canvas, and you can go to report design, and you have the group and sort option. So either you can click here, a little a menu will appear which you can use to create group or sort, or you can right click on the canvas anywhere and you have the sorting and grouping option. It's basically going to take you to the same little screen that will pop up. Now, we want to do the grouping. So we'll click on add group and it will ask us, you want to do grouping based on what? So we are grouping based on let's say the category. So I'm going to choose that. And also we can click here, click more, and you have a bunch of options which you can select. So with a header section, without a footer section, you can change with or without from these little drop downs, but I'm going to keep it by default. And you can see that a new section has been created called category header. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the category and I'm going to bring it right here. Okay. Now here, what we can do is we can make a little formatting here. So it becomes easier for us to, there you go. Let's do this. Okay. So category, I can expand this and I can make it maybe bold. All right, so black, and there you go. The color is full black and the font color. And now we are going to put these fields in a way that they are very much organized. So now we can do right click and we can say layout and tabular. So what's the next step? Let's bring them here in the canvas. And we don't really need to have product ID this wider, so we can change the width because we can. This is very important. And I'm going to give a space a little bit, to the product name a space, unit cost a space, unit price, and reorder level, right? Supplier name and supplier ID we're going to hide. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to make the width really is 0, but later we'll do it. So I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to drag and drop right here. So, for example, right click, we can remove the layout and we can increase the height of the category and we can drag and drop right here. And these as well, we can drag and drop. So now we are going to select all again and layout, and we'll do the tabular one more time. There you have it. So now it is properly arranged. Now we know the supplier ID we don't need to see. So what we can do is make it visible now. And the width also, we can change it to 0 because we don't want to see the width. We're not required to see. So the next thing is we are going to change this to ID and we're going to reduce the width. All right. And we're going to reduce the width for the unit price and the unit cost as well, because this is too much width, to be honest, for the type of data that is going to be displayed in this report. There we go. The reorder level also, we can reduce the size in terms of width, and the supplier name, we can increase the width a little bit. Product name, we can increase the width a little bit. And now we'll select the columns that should have the data centered, and they are these 3 columns. So let's make it center. And now I'm going to select, make it Control B, and let's go ahead and check it out how the report looks like. Okay, it will be not really good, but we will check it out. Report view, and there you have it. So you have the product category, you have then the products under each category. So that's how you see this information. Now, of course, this is not a final version. We can do a lot of enhancements here. But before I do that, I will go to print preview. So you can see that this doesn't look really nice. So we can go back to design view and we're going to fix this. So I'm going to select all of it and I'm going to go to format. We're going to go to shape outline and make it transparent. Awesome. Now, the next step is what we are going to do is we are going to have the line for each record. And but before I do that, I need to go back and see the report view again. You can see that now the category and then the name of the category. Maybe we can arrange these titles for each category a little bit better. We go to design view, and what do I mean by a little bit better? And let me show you. I will bring this right here, and I don't need to have the category title this big. We can reduce, and this is my personal choice, by the way. You may not like it what I'm doing, but I usually do this. So it looks a little bit nicer to have this. And I'm going to change the color. So for example, right click here, the fill color should be white and the alternate color also should be white. Now you can choose any color according to your liking, but for me, white is the preference. So if I now go to report view, you can see that category is smaller written and category name is written properly. And then what products are in each category. If we go to print preview, yeah, it's fine. There's no problem at all. In fact, we can give a little bit more spacing. Maybe, in reality, you may have a bigger product name or supplier names. So it's always useful to give a little bit more width. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to, if I go back, okay, we can see that some of the products still getting this little shadow behind this. So we'll go to design view and we're going to come here. Alternate is the full white and this one as well, alternate full white. Okay, so I don't think that will make any difference. I did. I thought that will not make any difference, but I did, which is great. Now, these titles, these titles that are being repeated because of having the category, let's reduce the size of these titles as well, so they look a little nicer. So let's select all of these titles, and we go to Home tab, and we reduce the size to 8. I think that should be it. That should be fine. And now what we are going to do is we are going to make sure that it is much nicer. So we're going to make these. So this one should be on the right side. Oh, sorry, left side. And these should be the center point. Okay, in the center. Awesome. Now we are going to go and bring a line that is an object. And we are going to paste line here. So keep pressing the shift button while you're dragging the mouse and you will make the line here. Is it visible? Let's see. Yes, it's very much visible. And the ID, you can see that the names, sorry, the header of the report, now they are a bit smaller. That's it. Now we're going to save this and we're going to call it products R. R represents report. There you go. If we go to report view, now we have nicely printed, nicely designed report. Okay, awesome. Print preview also looks better. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to have the title and subtitle of the report. So to do that, we'll go to report design and the title, and the title will be for this loop inventory management system. Okay, and this should be centered. Let's make this full width and full width. I know you can kind of realize with your eyes whether this is being centered or not, but I'm going to choose this in this manner. And now we are going to make it centered. Okay, so too much of talking, too much of repetitive work, but it is very important that we take care of the basics as well. Okay, so let's make the product name a little bold and let's make a little bit more adjustments so it looks nicer. So the product name is bold. And let's make this as we'll go to others, pop up yes, modal yes, and then we can give a name or title of the reports. So we'll say, for example, list of products. Okay, so report has been created. Now, what is the next status? The next status is how do we open this report? And maybe we can have a little bit of header. We can work on it a little bit. So if I select the header, we go to format, shape, and let's say this is the, so we go to more colors and we reduce, and there you go. Okay, so that's really good. Now the next step is we have the report. Now we need to know how do we open this report and what do we need to do to open this report. Let's close this. We'll go to the dashboard, we'll go to design view, and let's have a design view right here. Sorry, let's have a combo box right here and cancel. All right, so we have a Dropbox, and why do I need Dropbox? What's the reason? Well, let me explain to you why do I need the Dropbox. Let's bring it here, and we'll say select reports to view. Awesome. Now, what is the next thing? Well, next thing we need to give a name. So we'll say CBO reports. And then we are going to fill this particular combo box with data. So we gave it, make it more, the font color we can change the size of the font. So select report to view. And then after that, what we need to do is we need to have a list of reports that will be visible here. Okay. So for example, right now it's empty, but we want the names. So first report we have created, which is products R, we can have this right here. So we'll click on design view, uh, and we will select this. And basically what we will do is we will go to the data tab, and in the data tab, we'll go to the row source type. Now you can change it to the value list, and if we'll click here, dot, 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 and you can give a name. Now either you can create a separate table which has the names of the reports, or this is another way, you can store the report's name here, and then you can pick up the report's name. So we'll say products report, something like that. Okay, and we'll click OK, and now we should see the products report appearing. Awesome. So now we go back, let's change the font size to, let's say, 10, so we are consistent. And then we are going to write VBA, because VBA will help us to actually look at what report user has selected in the dropdown and what report to be opened. So we'll go to the event tab, and we will have the on after update event, and dot, 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 code builder. And right here we are going to write the code. So we'll say if me dot cbo reports dot, we don't need to have column, if cb reports equals to products report, what is it? Because I forgot. So products report, that is correct. So if that's the report user has selected in the dropdown, then what we need to do, yeah, then do cmd dot open report. Like the form, we have the open report, and it is asking the report name, and the report name is products R. Is that the name? Products R, that is correct. And also comma, and this is very important, pay attention, huh? Comma, and view report, view preview, etc, etc. So you can choose the options from here. So I would say view report, okay, comma, if you have filter and where conditions you can apply, and you want to open this as dialog box, so that's what is required, else do nothing, else if. All right, so now I think let's go and debug. Let's run this, which means I'll simply select from drop down, and there you have it, the report appears. Definitely. So more products will be added in the database, the more they will start appearing in the report as well. And in the next video, perhaps I'm going to show a little bit more features to make this report even functional, even better, not only for you, but for anyone whom you are going to share. So that's what it is. That's what I wanted to demonstrate. If you like whatever you've seen, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.